Oh, okay. We're going live. Great.
We're going
I was
live.
gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna be
I
like,
just have to say,
sprinkles.
you're looking particularly Susan today.
Thanks, Susan.
Has
I'm
anyone
also.
has everyone told you that you look Susan today?
You know, like some people have said that to me lately, and I gotta tell you right now, I'm glad I can be compared to Susan.
If you were going to be compared to any, and I mean any celebrity, Susan is the celebrity that you want to be compared to.
I agree,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Now, have you been compared
Everybody
to
loves
Susan?
Susan. Even it's Susan for president, but she doesn't want it because she knows that that's just full of shit.
Well, they're also afraid of her.
Well, I mean, do you blame them? It's Susan.
Do you feel Susan today?
I feel very Susan today. Very
Good.
red. I'm a red Susan today.
Red Susan. You know, that could be racist at some point.
Oh wow, you
In
took
some
it there,
countries.
didn't you? You
Yeah, I
just had to
did.
take it, didn't you?
I
Go ahead.
did.
You know it. Play it. You have to play it now.
I will play it. I'm gonna press the button.
Yeah.
Don't be racist. I am a building.
It's really mysterious.
So, Chad, what is going on with Australia? What is the deal with this?
What do you mean,
Let's see if I
Australia?
can pull you. Australia. I sent
Oh,
you that clip the other day with a
Oh.
guy who's after your poop.
Yeah, no,
He
I
wants
don't
your poop.
see.
See
I
if
don't
can
know.
pull it up.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you
Oh,
should show.
oh
Maybe
wow,
you
that's
should
dirty,
remind
Susan.
me.
That's dirty. Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Oh,
Because the only way I can find it is if I look in our
in the chat.
chat.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna play another video.
In a world where people can talk about things, and there are people who have a lot to say about the things they are talking about. When there is nothing else to say, these people will talk about stuff with the confidence in knowing what they are saying. When they have things to say, they will start talking about the thing they need to talk about. This is the show that you don't want to miss when there are things to be discussed.
That should have given you enough time.
It should have, but
it didn't.
Now, let me see if I can get this up. Let me see. I'm gonna take that out. Let's share that. Okay, share it. Good.
Yep.
Good. Can I make it larger than that? No, because you suck, Facebook. And I don't know if you can hear it or not. Maybe we'll get banned for it. I'm not sure. But only one way to find out.
Like free.
You
I'm
hear
the
it?
Shadow Man. I'll eat all your apples. I'm the Shadow Man. I'll steal your book.
Now, the biggest twist about old Shadow Man is at the end when you see its kids watching. The kid, is that a thing in Australia? Are kids scared to have their poop removed? I'm just curious if that's a thing.
I don't know. Who do we know that's in Australia that we could ask?
I've got some people that on my Facebook that are from down under, and maybe they'll see this and let me know because because they're they say that the toilets swirl backwards in Australia.
That is true,
under, right?
Maybe if you, I don't know, maybe if they poop in a toilet that swirls in the correct direction, it steals your poop, and the Shadow Man will get you.
Maybe so.
Maybe
I'm not going to go any further than this one, but I think that was enough.
All your apples.
Look at my fingers.
He'll show you his fingers. Look at my finger.
Light. It's just light. What is wrong with the internet?
Light. Oh, the light.
Now, you always hear people complaining about, the time we live in and blah, blah. I think we live in a really fantastic time, to be completely honest with you.
I agree.
Aside from the fact that there's nothing to do outside, there's nothing there's nothing for kids or teens anymore. There's no arcades, there's no place to really hang out. They're shutting places down left and right that were fun. Hell, I want to go hang out in an arcade. I don't have arcades. Do you have arcades?
Yes.
Shut up.
Actually,
Not for
we
long. They're trying to tear them down.
We have Dave and Buster's and Level 1.
Yes, but that's for adult. Well, I don't know about level 1, but David Buster's is for adults
I've seen kids there.
with their parents.
Oh, okay. Well, yes.
But
Well,
remember,
level-
there used to be places you used to go when you were a teenager.
Yeah.
That the other teenagers. We used to have a coffee shop called Insomniacs. Well, they used to hang out at another place too, but that was where the bougie ones were. That was including my wife. But we had a place that's pretty much just down and out. And they'd have poetry night, and that's where all your freaks hung out.
So you'd snap at them.
Insomniac. Yeah, actually, believe it or not, there was snapping going on, and a lot of piercings, and a lot of tattoos, and even a coffin at one point in time.
Oh.
Here's the interesting thing about the coffin.
That wasn't the weirdest thing, huh?
No, of course not. What's interesting about this coffin is somehow it has been linked. I've been linked to this coffin even before I did, even after this coffin showed up. Basically, there was a high priestess of a coven, and they were showing off this purple coffin that she got from a friend of mine, and this was when I was a teenager. Well, come to find out later on, I never knew where this purple coffin really came from. But it all come to find out that my wife's brother and his friend, who ended up being my friend, we didn't know, had purchased this coffin because they liked to sleep in it when they were kids.
What? When they were kids is the key word.
Yes, when they were kids. I don't know how they saved up their money to buy a purple coffin, and I think maybe the reason that it was purple was because it was cheap. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. I get it. Because it was cheap.
Yeah.
Because that's the reason you buy a coffin is because, if
you want to sleep in the coffin, it was almost, I don't want to say velvet because that would be too expensive, but it was velvet. It was crushed velvet.
Crushed velvet?
Yeah.
Oh, that means that somebody had a crush on it.
Oh. Wait, how could you not love velvet?
I wish I could get a coffin. I know you used to be able to buy them at Costco.
I think you can get one on Amazon now, can't you?
Yes, absolutely. You can get anything on Amazon. You can get a tombstone on Amazon.
Yes.
But
you better get them before they defrost. Otherwise, it doesn't cook well in the oven.
No.
Damn
it.
You can get
I'm hungry.
I know Walmart was selling coffins at one point in time.
Really?
You can get coffins at Sam's? Yeah, that's where this one came from. That one came from Sam's. There you go.
Yeah, because, I'm glad. Because, Sam's Club is owned by Walmart anyway, so I guess it is technically the same thing.
Right. Yeah, basically. Oh, look, the Sam's caskets for sale.
Oh, there are? How much are they?
Okay, let's see. You can get one for about $1,200. They have a higher end one that is a Titan casket Opus extra large oversized funeral casket, about 28 inches. I guess that has to be 28 inches. That's wide. That has to be wide because there's no that should be really small.
Wait, but why is it oversized? Is it for fat people?
Yeah, because they're 28 inches wide. that's over 4 feet.
Jesus Christ. How fat are you?
No, it's 2 feet, over 2 feet. So still,
how fat
maybe
was
it's
this
for people
person?
who maybe they have broad shoulders.
Maybe, but could you imagine that? So, how fat were they? Oh, they were about 4 feet wide.
4 feet. You gotta go.
You gotta go by feet. That's how fat they are.
That's good. Well, I'd start on the right side or in the morning, and right after dinner, I'd get to the other side. I think I've offended people.
Then I take a piss, and then I get out of bed.
So now they have a Sonic 3 trailer. You seen this?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
So did you like Sonic 2?
I didn't see Sonic 2 yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, but I need to.
Okay.
It kind of like fell off my radar, and then Knuckles showed up, and then I tried to watch that, and that was stupid. And then,
Knuckles.
yeah.
Well, I feel judged by you now.
Why? Did you watch the whole thing?
I did. I watched all of it.
Did you like it?
I actually did like it, to be
Yeah?
honest with you.
I heard that Knuckles is only in it for like 15 minutes.
No, he was in it longer than that.
No, I mean, if you chopped up all the times that he was on screen,
Yeah, about
and
the
did
same
stuff.
amount of fucking time Batman's in Batman Begins. Like, get over your shit. Really. Same thing for Beetlejuice. Like, so okay, you got the new Beetlejuice coming out, right?
Yeah.
And Michael Keaton's all like, "Oh, I didn't want Beetlejuice to have a lot of screen time," which I don't know if anybody's upset about that or not, but that's right. But people be upset. Oh, Beetlejuice has limited screen time. Well, I went to go watch Beetlejuice. Let me tell you something. If you watch the first Beetlejuice, you didn't really watch it for Beetlejuice. Because if you remember, there's only like about a handful of scenes with Beetlejuice in them in the first Beetlejuice.
Yeah, because mostly it's the people trying to scare the other.
Right. It's the Maitlands trying to deal with being dead.
Yeah.
And having to deal with the family moved in and all that other stuff. So if you liked Beetlejuice before and it didn't have that much Beetlejuice, you'll be fine that it doesn't have that much Beetlejuice in this. That's all I'm saying. I think, but you know what? I have felt like for a long time, I've been playing this thing where it's like, I feel like Tim Burton has been pigeonholed into this style.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think Tim Burton has had a good movie since Big Fish.
Not even Coraline?
Huh?
No,
he didn't do Coraline.
No, he didn't do Coraline.
No. But you know what's funny about that? You know why you think it's Coraline? Why? Because there's a certain aesthetic that reminds you of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No, because it's stop motion?
No, because the same director directed it.
Oh, the fuck is his name?
Henry Selick.
Yeah, the guy who actually did
Nightmare Before
Christmas. Then Tim Burton just has his name on it.
Right, he designed some characters and it was from a poem he wrote while he was at Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, he had hand in the story or whatever the case is. Corpse Bride is more of his foray into stop motion than Nightmare Before Christmas.
I liked Corpse Bride. I thought that one was pretty good.
I did too, and I'll be honest with you, I probably picked that one over Nightmare, which I know is taboo to say.
No, but actually, I agree on that. That I will agree.
With a murder most foul.
I 100% think that is taboo because people will always hiss at you. But I mean, fat chicks with black hair get tattoos of Jack Skellington. I mean, there's a whole Family Guy thing on it.
Yeah, okay, and don't get me wrong. Okay, I've got Jack Skellington stuff here. I like Nightmare Before Christmas and everything. But I name another character besides Jack Skellington, Zero, and don't say Santa Claus, so help me. And Oogie Boogie.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Okay, and who else?
Sally.
Okay, now I already said Sally. You can't name Sally.
Oh, okay. Franken, what's his name? Franken not Furter. That's from Rocky Horror Picture.
That's different.
the Sally's grandpa or whatever, dad.
Yeah, can you name him? No, you can't.
I don't remember.
Him. That's the fucking problem, man. But don't ask me to name anybody in Corpse Bride. So
no, there's
that argument falls apart.
There's the monster under the bed with fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
You know,
there's that one.
The thing about that, do you know that like Danny Elfman, who does the music, and he did the singing for Jack Skellington, he wanted to play Jack. And he's not the one that plays Jack Skellington.
No, he sings for him, but he doesn't.
He sings for him, but he wanted to play for him. He just wasn't good enough of an actor to do it. And like Tim Burton had somebody else go and tell him.
Really?
And they hired Chris Sarandon, who's if you don't know Chris Sarandon, guys, Chris Sarandon is the guy from
the voice of Jack Skellington.
He's the voice of Jack Skellington. There you go. No, Chris Sarandon, who is also Susan Sarandon's brother, but Chris Sarandon, I don't think they were married. Maybe they were married. I don't know. Anyway, because I always, before the internet, you believed a lot of shit that you didn't know, you know. But
I mean, yeah, we thought that Marilyn Manson took out his
no, okay,
ribs.
yeah, he was married to Susan Sarandon, and he's not married to Susan Sarandon anymore. But anyway, so I guess she kept the name. But so anyway, so Chris. Oh, isn't that nice? We had wonderful things to say about you on the show last night, Chad.
Oh, yeah, they did
Yeah.
was it Raph and the D&D guys that is coming up on Saturday did a stream yesterday, and I couldn't go because my internet was down and the power was out.
Oh,
And
that's
yeah,
right. You were
because
supposed to be there.
because we got hit by that huge storm, and so I just went to bed.
Well, it's nice to know that there's a show out there that will say nice things about you.
I know.
They're
It's
probably lying, though. I'm just saying. I'm just
well,
kidding.
you know, if they're
because we are not that show. Just
here's
saying.
the thing. If they're lying and they're saying like mean things on that show, I'm not going to listen to it. So it doesn't matter because I don't care.
We don't care.
No.
Whatever.
No, but hey, what's up, Brad?
So anyway, but Chris Sarandon is also known as the guy from Fright Night.
Oh, okay.
The vampire from Fright Night, the original Fright Night, not the one with Anton, whatever his name was.
Never seen either of them.
You've never seen Fright Night?
I think we've had this conversation.
You
before.
will sit. Have we? God only knows. The amount of people who have not seen Fright Night is a travesty. No, it's actually a pretty good movie. It has nobody that you would know in it other than Jack Skellington.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And it's got Jack Skellington.
That's all I know. That's all I know too.
And the guy, but basically, he moves next door, and the kid thinks that he's a vampire or whatever the case is, and he's trying to convince the guy who hosts like the horror channel, the horror, like Svengali or whatever the case is. He's not, but trying to convince him that there's a vampire, and the guy's like, "You're fucking nuts, kid. Get away from me." That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually a really good movie. Like Bobby McNasty says, he likes the original, but I like both of them. I like they have a newer one with the guy that died.
That's a lot of people.
No, not Fright Night. Yeah, Yanton. He ended up dying from the car ran back into him. But you know what's funny about it is yes, Anton Yelchin. I knew I couldn't get that right. He was Russian. In
Star Trek.
Yeah, he was in Star Trek. He was also in that other movie though,
Terminator Salvation.
No. Oh yeah, he was in that. I forgot about that. I forget that movie exists. I don't like that movie. I like Terminator.
Which
you never
was
saw
that the one
it? I know.
What? Oh, wait, the third Terminator?
No, Salvation.
Oh no, I never. That's the third. Isn't that the third Terminator?
It would technically be the fourth one. It was the one with Christian Bale.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that one. I saw the Dark Moon with Gabriel or whatever it was, the Gabriel Luna one, and that one was stupid.
David Tennant was in the new one. Who was he in? Was he the vampire? See, I don't even remember it. I remember the first one better. The 1985 one better.
The 1985 one actually has somebody I know
Roddy
besides
McDowall?
Chris Sarandon. It's Robert Ragsdale. He was in Fright Night Part 2, which I've also never seen. I just wanted to say that.
Well, you know Malcolm McDowell, right?
Shut up, my brain melted.
Would be the third. Shut up. No, shit. No, you know Malcolm McDowell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Roddy McDowell was the television guy. That was his brother.
No kidding.
In fact, Roddy McDowell was actually more famous than Malcolm McDowell before Malcolm McDowell became famous. But then Roddy McDowell died, and Malcolm McDowell's famous now. So,
I like Malcolm McDowell.
Oh, that's right. David Tennant was the TV guy that Roddy McDowell played. Okay.
Huh.
But I say that they're brothers, but after all, I also said Chris Sarandon and Susan Sarandon.
Well, it's just Jack. Remember Jack White and Meg White. They were brother and sister, husband, wife. So it just depends on the day. You get to flip it around.
Fucking hell! Yeah, you're right. It depends on what time we're talking about.
Right. Exactly. So just Yeah. Oh, he
Yeah.
played Mr. Soil in A Bug's Life. Rodney McDowell. I don't know who
Rodney?
Mr. Soil
Okay,
is.
but he was also. Have you ever watched any of the old Planet of the Apes? No, I don't even know why I asked.
No.
I guess because I grew up with a boomer.
You have to understand. I'm like way younger than
Yeah,
you.
they can't be brothers. No way. Who told me that shit? I'm sure it was somebody.
They're not related.
They can't be because I think it's spelled differently.
That does sound, but all right, now we're getting to the bottom of this.
That's it. You know what? I'm so sick and tired of. I'm so sick and tired of this whole. Before the internet, everybody would tell you anything, and you would believe the fuck out of it because you had no source for it.
Sure.
And it'd be like, oh, it's just like Eric Roberts and Julia Roberts are brother and sister. They are brother and sister, but that's not the point. You can believe it without having to look it up.
You can? Oh my god.
But hey, on top of Anton Yelchin, you've never seen Odd Thomas? It's the one where the guy he kept seeing demons everywhere, and he ends up falling in love with a girl. But if he acknowledges the demons or whatever they are, they become corporal.
Like, no, but that sounds sweet.
Yeah, it was a weird movie. It's Odd Thomas. It was apparently Dean Koontz wrote it,
Really?
which you might not even know who the hell that is either, for that matter. Damn,
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Willem Dafoe is in it.
Really?
Oh, and Barney Lanning's in it, and Robin Lanning. That's nice.
Are you related to Robert Lanning?
To be completely fucking honest with you, I have no idea. Maybe.
Maybe.
She was only in Odd Thomas, or they were only in Odd Thomas.
Oh, Odd Thomas is on Tubi. I might have to look at this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Let's see. William Dafoe. Apparently, it's based on a book.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's Dean Koontz. Yeah, you're talking about the author Dean Koontz.
Yeah.
He wrote the book. He wrote that Frankenstein book that I read.
Oh, hey, look! It has the. Wait, is that? No, no, it's not him. For a minute, I thought it was the Mummy. Oh, it is the Mummy. The Mummy's in it too. So.
Oh, I remember. I've read Dean Koontz book, the Frankenstein one. It wasn't very good. But it is there, and you can read it. It is in stores.
Dean Koontz, he did nothing that I could really tell you about. Dean Koontz was kind of like, he was like, what you had is you always had Stephen King at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would have
he's your what's that guy's name?
Fucking hell.
Who's that guy who always releases books?
You know, I'm glad we're not an informative podcast because we would suck at this.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna tell us
release his books. Oh.
No, the guy
Obama. No,
the guy who releases books. What the hell is his name? R.L. Stein. No, he's the one who releases the romance novels all the time, and he has co-star Robert Pattinson.
Nicholas Sparks.
No, not that guy. The other guy. Rob, what the hell's his name?
I don't know.
Chat needs that.
Real
Quick,
about,
Zombie McNasty, help us out.
I fucking talk about this dude all the time. James Patterson.
Thank you, James Patterson. It was something, but
Yes.
not related to Robert Pattinson. Yeah, it's James Patterson.
I don't know what to tell you. This
That
is
guy,
not an informative podcast.
Dean Koontz is the horror writer. Dean Koontz is the horror writer's James Patterson. So,
yes, James Patterson though does like Kiss the Girls and Along Came the Spider and stuff.
Unlike Nicholas Sparks, who writes everything where everybody's dying of cancer.
Right.
So,
those are the
and
fun
then they
books.
kiss.
But no, you had at the top of it, when I was coming up, you had, of course, you always had Stephen King at the top, and I'm talking horror writers. But then you had the one that's underneath him.
R.L. Stein?
No, R.L. Stein outsold them all. But nobody likes to talk about that. Oh, man.
Yeah,
what is his name? Hellraiser.
Oh, Clive Barker.
Clive Barker. Thank you. So you
Yeah.
had Stephen King, you had Clive Barker, and right underneath that you had Dean Koontz. And I swear Dean Koontz was like the the
James
romance
Patterson.
Arthur for horror.
Yeah, he's the James Patterson of horror.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
That's okay. Now we focus.
Yeah. I was also making a comment that he also releases books very quickly.
He does,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So
Well, you know what the thing about James Patterson is, like how James Patterson did. What's up, Jack? John's in there too. What's up, John?
get that guy out of here.
Oh, okay.
No.
And bands. No,
John is now gone.
no.
Forever.
So like, yeah. So yeah, he was pretty much the James Patterson of horror movies. But there was a couple of movie or horror books because there was a couple of books that were made into movies. I remember there was actually one called, was it Hideaway? That Jeff Goldblum starred in. Like it was right after Jurassic Park. Like Jeff Goldblum's like just coming out. You know, Jurassic Park blew Jeff Goldblum up. Despite the fact that Jeff Goldblum has been around since the fucking 70s, Jurassic Park in 1994 is what blew Jeff Goldblum up. Because
I thought you were going to go
dinosaurs.
more.
No,
Right.
no. Well, no. But I mean, it was like, I don't know. I just remember that was a Dean Koontz movie. That's all I remember. And apparently so is Odd Thomas. Now, I'll be honest with you. Do not hold it to me that is a good movie. I just said it was a weird movie. God, is he's still alive? Huh.
Dean Koontz?
Yeah. I don't know why I thought he would be
still alive. Why would he
just he's almost 80. I mean,
Odd Thomas came out in 2013. He better be still alive.
Well, he could have wrote it. And look, you know how Hollywood is. That shit will stay in freaking limbo for a long time.
That is true. But, why can't I remember his name? Michael Crichton.
Crichton.
Michael Crichton. Thank you. The guy who wrote Jurassic Park.
Well, I like Crichton too, but go ahead.
Yeah, but he wrote Dragon's Teeth. And that was in publishing hell, like after he died, and it didn't get released until like 6-7 years ago.
You know, in all honesty, Crichton, I read Jurassic Park, and it's pretty his
Dry.
best film was Earth Girls Are Easy. Fight Me. Okay, all right. He was also in
To Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
He's also in Jeff Goldblum Discovers Things on the Disney Channel.
Why do I always have problems with freaking names? Bonsai. Buckaroo.
Bill?
Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, okay. You could have literally said anything and I would have just nodded.
See, why is it always with you, bro? The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. You have not seen this movie?
No.
Fucking watch that movie.
Okay.
You watch that movie. It's crazy. Like you got like Christopher Lloyd's in it, and he's trying to kill RoboCop, and Jeff Goldblum's in it as a cowboy, kinda.
Oh, John Lithgow's in it.
John Lithgow's fucking nuts in that movie.
Shit, I do gotta see this movie.
You do have to see it, yeah.
Huh.
Kevin Smith was going to Buckaroo Banzai is like an all-around guy. He plays music, breaks the speed, the sound barrier, all sorts of shit. And I think John Lithgow is like an alien, a crazy type alien character. But Christopher Lloyd, I don't know if he's an alien character or whatever the case is. But yeah, that's got a whole bunch of freaking people in it.
Oh, it's on Tubi for free.
Of course it is. Clancy Brown is in it, and we all know Clancy Brown is
Mr. Krabs.
That's right. So, which
Did
is
you
sad. The amount of shit that this man has been in, and he's going to be known as Mr. Krabs. Oh, hey, Jonathan Banks from yeah, that would make sense.
Okay, if it makes you feel any better, he is also Dr. Neo Cortex and Uka Uka in Crash Bandicoot. Is that better? Like,
he's from Highlander. He's from freaking Highlander. That's
no,
Craig.
He's Long Feng from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Well, no, that's wasn't that Legend of Korra?
No, it says Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Who the fuck was Long Feng?
I don't know. I'm just reading it. I'm just reading the biography, dude. I'm not being helpful.
No, not at all. I don't think I like you very much right now.
Good, because he was also Surtur in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, well, he was also Buck Roggut in Penguins of Madagascar.
You know what he was also? You know what he was also in? The
What?
Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai on the 8th Dimension.
Wow, you just had to. Yeah, RoboCop and Mr. Krabs, count me in.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, Ed, don't leave out. He did play Neo Cortex.
I just said that.
But don't leave out the fact that it's RoboCop, Mr. Krabs, Doc Brown, and Ian Malcolm. That's all shoved in this fucking.
Hell yeah! This movie sounds awesome.
So and I don't know what John Lithgow's character's name was on that stupid show he was on, but
I don't know.
yeah, you do. If you know John Lithgow, you know him from Third Rock from the Sun, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what else he
You
was
don't remember
in.
John Lithgow? Oh my God, a lot. He was in Harry and the Hendersons.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Harry? Wait, what? You don't know what Harry and the Hendersons are?
See again.
You're supposed to be. I expect you to be cultured. It's the where they accidentally hit Bigfoot and they bring him home. You've never heard of this? Yeah.
No.
Oh you've never heard of Harry and the Hendersons?
No.
Oh my gosh.
See, this show should just be called Teaching Chad a bunch of different things.
Yeah, Harry and the Hendersons. Like John Lithgow has been around for years and years and years and years, obviously because of Buckaroo Banzai. But yeah, no, they were basically, going through the woods. They're driving through the woods, and he accidentally hits Bigfoot. So they bring him home, and he's alive. So he ends up living with them for a while, which is really crazy because, and they call him Harry, and because Harry, Back to the Future, Bikini Bottom.
I would totally watch that. Hell yeah!
It's come down from the top. And so, but what's really crazy is John Lithgow, who's Mr. Henderson. I don't remember what his real name is, who is, of course, vehemently against it. You've watched Beethoven, right?
Yes.
Okay. So just think of him as the father from Beethoven.
That was playing the piano, right? Is that? Oh, you're talking about the one with the dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know you've seen that one.
Yes, I've seen both of them.
I have not seen Amadeus, but I don't want to talk about that because I have not seen it.
Wait, there's a movie called Amadeus.
Oh,
I've seen Rock Me Amadeus. I know the song. No, I was talking about Beethoven too, but now wait, there's a movie called.
There's a Beethoven too.
There's like 3 Beethovens.
Yeah. Wait, no, I think there's more than that because weren't there some like straight to video Beethovens like way later?
No, that was Air Bud, and there's like a million of them.
No, I'm telling you, there was like Beethoven again or something like that.
Wait, Beethoven again? Did he get reincarnated? Come back from the dead?
Cemetery.
Beethoven again.
Again. Yeah, dude. There's like Beethoven's Treasure Tale, Beethoven's Christmas Adventure, Beethoven's Big Break. You had Beethoven's Third, Beethoven's Fourth, and Beethoven's Fifth. They ran that poor dog into the ground. In fact, yeah, it was Beethoven again because they dug his ass up.
They did.
Those movies lasted longer than a dog's life.
Beethoven's Treasure Trail. After getting fired from a film, Beethoven begins the long journey home with his trainer Eddie. They become stranded in a small coastal town where the beloved canine befriends a young boy who is searching for buried treasure. How old is this fucking dog? It came out in 2014. The first movie.
This movie is only 10 years old.
Yes. And the first one came out in 1992. This fucking dog is again.
That dog lives longer than some people. Yeah. Beethoven's Thriller. There you go.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd watch that. I would watch that. The Resurrection of Beethoven.
I totally fucking would. Dude, when it becomes public domain, there's a movie right there.
There you go. Beethoven.
There's a comic right there.
Right. So, yeah. So, like, okay, so would you buy the Chipmunks for $300 million?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay.
And in fact,
yeah, go ahead.
I know because I know we're going to be thinking the same thing. Because I would make it so there would never be another Chipmunks movie or anything Chipmunks related, unless it's just Christmas albums. And that's it.
Okay. But here's the thing, right? The thing. Okay, when I was a kid, of course, you had the cartoon. I don't know if you ever saw the cartoon, but
Yes.
don't look at me like that. How am I supposed? You haven't even watched. You don't even know what Harry and the Hendersons are. So if I assume that you haven't watched the cartoon, you cannot be offended by that. You can't be offended by that. The fucking cartoon movie came out in 1989, Chad. It was a year before you were born.
Yeah,
so
but I was a stupid child when my mom put on things. She did not put on Harry and the Hendersons. Okay.
Your mother deprived you, and I'm so sorry that you were abused as a child. You don't know Harry and the Hendersons.
I'm gonna go yell at my mom right when I get off this.
The thing about Harry and the Hendersons, it would be okay, but the pacing's bad.
Anyway, back to the Chipmunks.
No, but okay. In the song, it says, it's been a while, but we're back in style, right? So for my kids, it's been the live action Chipmunks.
Sure.
And that horrific. Let me make sure there ain't a kid watching. And that horrific Nickelodeon one.
There's a Nickelodeon one?
Yes, it's horrible. They look like Planet of the Apes or something. They don't look like chipmunks. But anyway. But I told him, I said, you will not believe how true that line is. Because somewhere since the 1960s or the late 50s, Alvin and the Chipmunk have been around in some form. And it's like every...
Continue. Because I'm about to go. I just looked up what these guys looked at like, and oh my God, this is scary.
Come on, man. Where's a fucking Wikipedia about Alvin and the Chipmunks? I need a damn year. Okay, so these guys have been around since
1983.
No. Try
longer.
Again. These guys have been around since 1958.
Oh wow, it has been that long. Wow.
Yeah. And so, but there's always an iteration of the Chipmunks. Every so many years, there's another iteration of the Chipmunks. There's another one. And it's been a while, and then they're back in style. That shit is prophetic. It is pathetic and prophetic. Now, I was a big Chipmunk fan when I was a kid. I'm not going to lie there. But, yeah, okay, now I just killed the conversation.
No, go on. I'm listening.
No, I'm just, but I'm done. It was kind of like I was flailing. I had nowhere to go.
Oh, I was just going to say, one, the only thing that I know about the Chipmunks is that Alvin has never gotten his hula hoop. And that upsets me all the time. Every time I hear that Christmas song, he's like, I still want my home. Like, no, this is fine. So I got another beer brought to me.
Oh,
that's nice. Yeah.
Because you were talking, look
again. I was talking about, we were talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks. Talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks and how Alvin doesn't get a hula hoop. Thanks, hon.
No, so you looked up the Nickelodeon version of the Chipmunks.
Yeah, and I'm going to bring this up because I'm going to share screen because I don't think listen, you got to understand though, I drank the Jacko one and this one is freaking great. Sam Adams is a classic though. It's easy. Anyway. Hey, if you want though, subscribe to my Substack where I will show you different types of beers that I drink, which is not Sam Adams.
What is the name of your Substack?
Rolling Squid Bones.
There you go.
Yay. I changed it. So, but anyway, so let me bring it up. I got to get rid of my porn.
Bro, we're losing people. We're losing.
All right. Hurry up. Okay. I'm just going to show this because this is all you need to know.
Right.
He looks like, first off, he does look like Planet of the Apes.
Yes. He's very space boy for some reason.
He's like, he looks like it's not where Dave finds chipmunks. and says, I'm going to adopt them as a son. It's these children were genetically spliced with chipmunk DNA by Dave and then used to sing like circus monkeys.
Yes.
Or those little organ grinders monkeys to dance. And that's what this was. Hey, if it ever goes public domain, by the way, I have a comic idea.
Yeah. Well, all you have to
Winnie
do is
the Pooh
it's
one,
300. But you see, his offering it for $300 million, which I wouldn't be surprised if Disney snatches that shit up.
Well, didn't they though? Because
they
have
the rights to something, I guess. Well, I mean, you know how it is with when it comes to this type of stuff, you might have the rights, like Fox might have the rights to media or movies. In fact, I would say Fox probably has the right to movies because Nickelodeon has the rights to the TV show.
Yeah, there's 5 episodes. I want to say there's 5 seasons of this, by the way.
Is it still going? I want to say it's still going.
No, it ended last year in March.
The fact that it just ended last year.
It's surprising. It started in 2015, and I just now found out about it. Shows how much I care. So,
Let's see, who was this put out by? Like, the movies were big. I would say it was probably the first time we've actually seen a live action cartoon that they didn't try to make them look realistic.
There's a fly buzzing around here, and you can see it on the webcam when it flies by. I just saw it flit, and I'm like, there's a fly in here. Anyway, yeah, I don't. If anybody, so context is the creator of the Chipmunks is selling the Chipmunks for $300 million, which shockingly is, and I'm gonna come out, and I know it's like, oh, that's still a lot of money, is actually pretty cheap in the whole grand scheme of
considering considering how much money if you turn it right, they will make they'll make a profit.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They will make a profit off of it. It's there.
Yeah, wait, just stay tuned. I got a fly swatter racket, bug zapper, so stay tuned as I chase the fly around. So, but no, yeah, you'd make a profit immediately, even with like merchandising sales alone.
Oh, absolutely, man! Freaking come out with some chipmunk. What are those things called? The marshmallow things. They're not marshmallows.
Oh, the
Squishmallows, thank you.
Squishmallows, yeah.
Yeah, come out with some Squishmallows, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, bro, that will sell like hotcakes.
Yeah,
I'm sure they've done Pops already.
They did.
Pops.
There was one other thing I wanted to mention too. Oh, yeah. Speaking of classic cartoons, did you see that DuckTales is the comic is getting a comic book? So Dynamite is releasing.
They did Miller?
What?
Is it going to be by Frank Miller?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's no, luckily no. Brandon Montclair, who did Devil Dinosaur, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur for Marvel. He's actually doing it for Dynamite. And when he announced that, I think he just announced it 2 days ago, and I got really excited. And I was like, hell yeah. See, there's that damn fly. I'm gonna have to fucking kill it again. Yeah, like Beethoven.
Again.
Yeah, like Beethoven. Like it's sitting right on my computer screen too.
Right now, I'm waiting for Dynamite to send me my Darkwing Duck that my wife got me, but Nita got me for birthday / anniversary.
The first issue?
No, it's freaking like 3 of them. Hardbound.
The big omnibuses that were on Kickstarter.
All of them.
Oh, hell yeah. The classics. Or those the new ones or the
no,
classics?
I think there might be a couple of runs of the new one, but what really gets me is it's from a lot of them are from the Disney Adventures magazine that came out when I was a kid. And so that really, I used to sit in class with the fresh Disney Adventures, because Disney Adventures was like Wizard for Disney kids. It was the cool Wizard magazine. Anyway, you know what Wizard is, right?
What?
You know what Wizard is, right? The Wizard magazine?
No, what's Wizard magazine?
Oh no, I know you're fucking.
No, just Magic the Gathering and all other things related to nerd stuff back in the day.
Yeah. No, anyway, so I mean, Disney Adventures was, I love
The
Dark.
What
What about
about a
Dark?
darkening duck?
No,
The
we don't
dark.
need a Darkwing. Yeah, he's got that's a freaking yeah, autocorrect. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we don't need a Darkwing Duck by Frank Miller.
No,
I
go
might
look at
have,
this
I might
fucking variant cover.
dislike him.
I bought it
Yes, I know.
for just to spite everybody. Actually, it was to piss off somebody, but not you. But you know who I'm talking about.
I don't care. I mean,
Okay.
it would piss me off any.
No, I know, but you know exactly when I say it was to piss somebody off. You know who it is.
But
Anyway.
whatever. Whatever.
I bought it because it's hysterical.
It's bad.
Could you
Yeah,
imagine?
see, Zombie McNasty was there. That's what, and he got in trouble for drawing that shit in class too.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Was he drawing
did.
duck tits? Is that why?
I wasn't drawing duck tits. I was just like I would copy like panels from Disney Adventures and stuff. Yeah, so that was like. In fact, I would say that I probably prefer Disney Adventures over regular comic books because I'm just that much of a dork.
Wow.
Well, I say regular comic books, but like, what the hell? You've got Avatar behind you. Shut up.
That's true. I do. I'm not. Let's not beat around the bush. I'm a hypocrite.
I was pushing that shit. Yeah. Not to mention that you got the Frank Miller Scrooge, but anyway,
that is true.
I was pushing a freaking Avatar comic to somebody today. I was like, yeah, you got to read them because they're actually canon to the show.
They are.
Walking around, Darkwing Duck walking around yelling GD at Gosling.
I want to do like a Darkwing Duck, Darkman type.
You know what? I'm a little surprised. I wasn't wild about the DuckTales reboot.
Really?
No, I really wasn't.
I really like it.
I didn't like Huey, Dewey, and Louie's voices. And I guess, and that's probably my being stubborn on that. But I will tell you this. I actually liked what they did with Darkwing.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not. I actually like what they did with Darkwing. And I think what was interesting is they actually kept what was Darkwing. Yeah, and the Archie. Yeah, that's coming out too. I got to get that omnibus. The Archie, when Archie was putting out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures. Yeah, I draw that too.
Are they
gonna?
Is Archie gonna re-release Archie and the Archie meets the Punisher?
Who knows? Wouldn't that be something?
I hope.
Well, that's like Archie meets the Predator, right?
That's recent though.
How recent is that? That's not that recent, huh?
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure.
So who comes up with this idea?
I'm pretty sure that was pretty recent. Yeah, 2015.
That was almost 10 years ago.
Listen. It's Archie meets the Predator. That sounds like something from Archie meets the Punisher, Archie meets the Ninja Turtles from like the 80s, 90s. The sequel, Archie versus the Predator 2, is 4 years old. Well, 5 years old, 2019. So, hush you. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so anyway, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventure Compendium is coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to get that too.
Yeah,
I like to collect things that are
collectible.
What inspired me when I was younger more than anything.
That's most people do.
Yeah, well, but I mean, that inspired me artistically, not everything.
Fair.
Like I don't have a bunch of He-Man stuff, even though I play with He-Mans.
Still?
Well, sometimes when I'm alone and in the dark under the blanket. It's like that meme that says what she suggested we could put in toys, and then he has like dinosaurs playing on her backside in the bedroom.
Yeah, it has like a little deck going over.
Right.
Kick flip, hell yeah.
Did Archie make the Predator bleed?
I don't know, but it was a part of their adult run.
Probably out of the years more than anything.
It was part of like their weird, like that Archie adult like stuff.
Always trying to make Archie relevant, and it's like, just put it out or kill it. Well, I guess they
Right.
try to figure out, but what a how are you gonna make Archie? I don't know. I think it'd be better if Archie was just stuck where Archie is in the 50s and leave it in there.
Well, no, he's always in the 50s.
Well, no, because they did an updated version with the Riverdale stuff. You know, like the Riverdale show.
Oh, you're talking about the show.
Well, I'm talking. No, they actually did that in the comic too.
Oh, was that the one that Warren Ellis did? Because I think didn't he do like the new Archie run?
Wait a minute, Warren Ellis did an Archie run?
Yeah, I think that was.
I might have to
him.
eat my words.
I think it was. Was it Archie? Who was it that did the new Archie run?
Or was it Garth Ennis, please?
No, that would have been awesome though. Who was the artist? Who was the writer? Why can't I swear to God, it was a big. It was one of the big writers. Because
I don't see a Warren Ellis one. That would be weird because I could just imagine like a Spider Jerusalem Archie. That just doesn't fit, right?
That would be pretty tight, actually. I would totally watch that.
Oh my God.
Or I would totally read that. What was that? Well, okay. All right, let me find it because it's somewhere behind me too. I just don't want to turn around and look, but
oh well, no, that's fine. I mean, you're wrong anyway. So, I mean, it's
well, I know I'm wrong. It's not Warren Ellis, but oh, Mark Wade.
Oh, right, because I always use Mark Wade with Warren Ellis. Never mind.
No, I was just I remember.
I just whatever.
Every time I think Warren Ellis, I think Mark Wade. No, I was just like, it is a big name writer, but I just got him. My brain went a different direction. So
exactly like Zombie McNasty says. If anyone could make me or Jared, if anyone could make me read Archie, it would be Warren Ellis. I agree with that completely. I always get Warren Ellis confused. Not so much anymore after Metropolitan, but with Garth Ennis, Warren, and Grant Morrison for some odd reason. That always mixes up in my head.
No, I always get like Greg Rucka, Mark Wade, Warren Ellis. Like I always get them mixed up because they're all known for doing really good stuff.
Yeah.
And there are times where I'm like, wait, did Grant Morrison do that? No, I think Alan Moore. Like there are just times where I'm like, who the fuck was that guy? Like,
you really want to sell things? You get Alec Moore.
Alan Moore.
Thank you,
Alan
Moore.
Alex Moore.
Yeah, you get Alan Moore to do a chipmunk. Chipmunk comic. Dude, it will sell. I promise you, it'll sell.
It has to be one. It has to be like a like written as like a noir.
Well, no, that's how you kill the chipmunks off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you do it.
I do like the idea of a water chip down.
Oh, water chip down. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Water chip down for the chipmunks.
Oh, Trees was written by Warren Ellis. I didn't
Wait, that wasn't Jeff Lemire.
Wait,
Wait, then who did Witches?
That was Scott Snyder.
Okay, see? There you go.
See?
Who the fuck did all these things?
I did read Witches. That wasn't
I read the first
terrible.
issue. I didn't read Trees. I have the first like 2 issues, or I used to have the first like 2-3
I
issues.
read the first couple issues. I guess it didn't keep me enough to keep reading it, but it was pretty gritty.
Oh,
I don't think it wasn't as fun as like Transmetropolitan though. But that's like Grant Morrison. Sometimes these guys write better original stuff. I know Trees is original, but better original stuff than they do writing for somebody or writing for a character. Mark Wade's actually pretty good for writing for characters. I don't know. I don't think I've ever read anything Mark Wade has done as far as independent.
Really?
What has Mark Waid done that was independent?
I don't know, but I know I probably have something on here. I know Warren Ellis actually did a really good run of Moon Knight. And then he did, I think it was Jeff Lemire also did one as well. Actually, I have the omnibus. Yeah, I have the omnibus or the compendium on my shelf of Warren Ellis and Jeff Lemire's.
He did like Insufferable,
thing.
Incorruptible, and Irredeemable, which are all
okay.
superhero stuff. Which I probably and his Archie.
I'm gonna kill that fucking fly when we get done here.
Strange Fruit. I don't know this one.
It's staring directly at me.
It's there to torture you, and the more that you give it, airtime, the more powerful it grows.
Yeah, and it's rubbing its fucking little grubby hands too.
It's gonna
hit you
it's
with
just waiting for it to go.
pop.
It's just waiting to go off stream, and then you're dead. It's gonna flash straight through your forehead, out the back of your head. We have such fun streams. That's what we talk about.
This is what we talk about.
This is what we talk about.
Well, Mark Waid also did what did he do as original stuff that you were naming?
Insufferable, Incorrigible, Inconclusive. No, I'm making that up. Irredeemable, Insufferable, Incorruptible.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It all looks like superhero stuff.
I mean, considering the fact that he's worked on the Avengers for a lot and also wrote every single Marvel thing, sure. Oh, he also did City of Heroes, which is also a superhero thing. So I guess that's just,
that's his bag, baby.
Just his thing. Oh no, he did Cthulhu Tales #4.
I wonder when Dim Ray was going to show up. What's up, Dim Ray? Chad, if you clap just above the fly, it will jump into your hands.
What?
You got to clap just above the fly.
Bro, I'm not doing the fucking cha-cha slide to it. Clap.
You better do it before we get off the stream. It's going to kill you. I know it's torture. It's going to it's checking you out right now.
I'm watching it too.
So,
watching.
So anyway. Are you going to go see the new Crow?
Fuck no.
What?
Look, okay, there's 2 movies I have to choose from. Am I going to go see Borderlands or am I going to go see The Crow?
Or you could choose not to see either one.
Exactly. And that's my problem. Because there's 2 bad movies right now.
Yes.
That are out.
I heard Borderlands is not even a fun bad.
No. Because it had one, and I agree with you, it has Kevin Hart. And I watched the pitch meeting for it, and it turns out that Kevin Hart plays like the badass mercenary from the first one.
Yes, that's what I hear.
And
yeah, no.
Yeah, and like everybody is super miscasted. Because when Borderlands was announced, I wanted to go in completely blind, so I really didn't look at trailers. I knew Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. I knew Kevin Hart was in it. I knew Jack Black was in it as Claptrap. But other than that, I knew nothing about it. And then I found out everything. And I was like, I'd rather go watch Who Killed Captain Alex. Which is a million.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get to watch that.
Have you seen it?
I didn't get to see it.
Do you know what it is, though?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's a Uganda film. So.
I do know what you're talking about. Now that you said that. Yes. Yeah. That really, they put in a lot of effort into that film.
Yes, and you want to know what the fun thing is?
Huh?
Because of that movie, because the guy was just making films because he loves movies.
Right, yeah. He ended up getting a budget, right?
Yeah, he ended up being recognized by the film critics or the film guild or whatever, like the writers guild and stuff. So yeah, now he gets funding and everything. So it's really interesting. I've seen that whole movie too.
Oh
from start to finish. It's really fun. It's a lot of there's a lot of passion to it. It's
no. I'm not saying it's kind of like I was talking about Bollywood movies earlier. Like Bollywood movies, they're just out there having fun.
Yeah.
So
get all your friends together, make a fucking movie.
Yeah, Jared says redeemable was basically a what if Superman went bad, and incorruptible is basically what if Lex Luthor became good, the opposite of irredeemable. Seems lame but well written. I have to take his word for that. So,
I don't like. I believe him, like I do.
I do. No, I get it, but I
But
think
his
we've gotten to
selling
this
point is not there.
like, okay, I think that maybe there would be an interest peaked if we haven't dealt with this deconstruction shit
Sure.
for the past, what, 10 years or whatever. Everybody's sitting there talking about,
Well, they're not really bad. They're just misunderstood.
well, no,
When you
The Boys, Invincible, it's all, it's all about, oh, they were superheroes, but they're actually, assholes. That kind of thing. And it's like, oh, then they're villains. That's what that means.
Well, no, they're superheroes. They're just dicks.
No, you don't run through somebody, kill somebody, and still get the claim to be a fucking superhero. I'm sorry. Oops. No, it doesn't. That doesn't count. You don't blow somebody up with your fucking laser eyes and get a claim to be a superhero. It doesn't count.
Well, remember, they don't know. They don't know that happens, and they don't care because it's for justice. They were busy doing something important. They don't need to worry about somebody that they ran through and exploded. They need to worry about the bad guy that they are fighting.
Right, and the super orgy and
yeah, exactly, and love sausage. So you need to worry about him.
Oh my gosh!
And crawling up somebody's pee hole.
No, I feel okay. There's a way to do that kind of thing, but I feel like doubling down on stuff that's just nasty or just going to put people in like shock,
like a shock value.
Yeah, it's there's no artistic intrinsically there is no artistic value there whatsoever, and I don't even know if I used that word right, but we'll pretend I did. And the thing about that is, that's what I feel a lot of this is. I wasn't, but here's the thing: I blame Watchmen in that. I don't do that. I don't blame Watchmen. I blame people's misinterpretation of Watchmen. But I tell you what, how can I put, oh man, there's a reason why I can't remember Watchmen. I do remember Watchmen, but there's an argument there, and I can't remember what it is right now.
The movie the movie or the TV show?
No, the comic. The comic.
Oh, okay.
But I can't remember there's an argument there because me and Rainey have had this discussion too. And it's basically the idea isn't that it was deconstructing superheroes.
What made superheroes people and real? It didn't deconstruct them because they were still trying to be superheroes.
Well, the only one that was really like a dick was the comedian. You had, but it was the comedian, and you had people that made bad decisions and stuff like that. But it wasn't. But they were trying to be good as opposed to trying to look good.
Right.
The comedian, of course, is a different story. If you can almost say the comedian was in his way, even the guy who was doing like Ozymandias, right? Ozymandias is not really. Yes, he's a bad guy and a supervillain in the sense of he's not thinking through his actions on a moral ground, but he's thinking, "Oh, I can bring the world together if I do this."
Right.
And it's like, oh, sacrifice a few for the many. That's what the whole deal is. A lot of people hate it what happened in the movie. But I'm going to tell you this. I think the movie was more grounded than the actual end of the comic.
No, I agree. Because it was interesting when I read the comic, and then first off, I read the whole comic, but I enjoyed the movie more because the comic is just such a
saturated. Oh
yes,
my gosh.
But
it's brilliant writing. It's very brilliant writing, but it's like some Alan Moore, you're writing a comic book, sir. The pictures tell a story.
Yes, it's trying to get through his swamp thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, it's really well written. Which is
really great. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's great, but it's such a slog. Like
it has the tendency. I think what happens with that is when you have so much to read and you're stuck on one panel, reading this because you have these beautiful, and I'm talking about Swamp Thing, beautifully drawn out pages, right?
Yeah.
But you're stuck with these long. It's kind of like Tom King. You're stuck with this long bit of text, and the problem is it seems to slow everything down because unlike a movie where you could have dialogue and you could switch here and here and here and here, which you can in comics too, but I digress. Although it would get kind of big. You're just in one panel reading this whole diatribe of poetic flow and stuff. And if anything, you could say, okay, that's a graphic novel because it's pretty fucking blatant. But he's a good writer. I will say he's a good writer, but it's a little long winded for people who are into comic books. But
Yes.
obviously, I'm wrong because Watchmen is considered one of the foundations. If you're going to read comics, that you should start there because, after all, comics are just superheroes.
No. If first off, and I'm gonna stop anybody right there. If they say you should read Watchmen to understand comics, I'm going to be like, no, you need to read Grant Morrison's Animal Man. That
I
would be
haven't
my
read it.
go-to.
I've read his Doom Patrol, which is a fucking work of art.
Dude, if you love the Doom Patrol, you will love Animal Man. I highly recommend it. Or I would say go read Chew. And I know I know everybody's
Grant Morrison's Chew is great.
No, I mean John Layman's Chew. That's what I mean. Like, go read those if you want to start with comics. Like, at least if you don't want your basic fight against evil.
Right. No.
Like, start with those and then go in and then, I don't know, start with, or then go to, I got a bunch of stuff over there. We could do an entire show on what the hell you should start with comics, which that's an idea right there.
Yeah, Alan Moore is so much more than Watchmen, though. He absolutely is.
He is. That's why when we see Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
There's one other
we
thing.
Did bring up. We did. Well, he did. Let's see. V for Vendetta, Extraordinary, A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the ultimate freaking the ultimate public domain work of art.
League of Extraordinary
Gentlemen. Right.
I've read all that too.
Okay. No.
Okay. Hang on. All right. Let me explain. Also, I do recommend too, if you're looking at Alan Moore, look at Jamie Delano, who did Hellblazer, who actually started the Hellblazer run from Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. But what I was saying is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is wild. And I think that's one of Alan Moore's easier reads.
Really?
Yeah. Have you read it?
No.
Really? Okay.
No,
so
I think Alan Moore only did Watchmen. So no.
I mean, he did, but if he did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I would, if I had to pick anything now that I'm saying about it, yeah, I think League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Alan Moore's, if you want to read Alan Moore's works, an easier read would be that.
Right. Well, no, I've seen the movies.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
V for Vendetta.
Just ruined Sean Connery's career.
Extraordinary. You know what gets me is, okay, you got Neil Gaiman, and Neil Gaiman's like becoming this household name, right?
It's also
but Alan Moore.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, used to imagine that.
Yeah,
you can't even be original enough to not find somebody to diddle besides the babysitter, but whatever. Anyway,
just diddle the babysitter. Anyway,
but Neil Gaiman doesn't have, like, okay, look at the movies that have been made from Alan Moore's work.
See,
all right, you have Watchmen.
Yeah,
that wasn't the first one. You have From Hell. You have A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You have V for Vendetta. I mean, there's just, but yet we're still on top. Yeah. I'm not wild about the Killing Joke, to be honest.
Actually, his Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow is pretty good too.
Is it?
Yeah. And then I actually have that in. They released recently an anniversary hardback of it.
I feel like Like
So
the Killing Joke, I feel like that was, in its essence,
the most overrated kind. Anyway,
because it has no ending. It really has no. Oh, it's left to interpretation. No, that motherfucker didn't have an ending. That there's nothing left. Okay, read. Okay, I haven't read League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Is anything left at the end open to interpretation?
oh no,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
So
Same thing with Watchmen either, right? No, go ahead.
okay, so Alan Moore's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen has one of the craziest fucking endings I've ever read in comic book history. Because the moment it happens, you're like, you know what? After everything that I've seen, sure. Why the fuck not?
Well, this is the guy who dropped the squid on a bunch of people. So,
Right.
I mean,
It's true. He did. It's true.
but that's what I'm saying. I don't think that he just left it open to interpretation. I think he just didn't have an ending. Like it had gotten. I think that story got so deep and so drenched in this grime and grittiness that he just didn't have a way to end it. And so
V
we're
for
just going to end it
Vendetta?
with some no, the Killing Joke.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're talking about some serious shit happens in this book, and or not even a book, right? I don't even think it was a whole issue, was it?
I don't know.
I don't think it was even. It might have been,
All
and
right.
in the trade,
Full disclaimer. I
yeah,
get the Killing Joke and Death in the Family mixed up all the freaking time. So is the Killing Joke the one where Barbara Gordon gets shot?
yes,
Okay. And then Death in the Family is when Jason
the
Todd
Joker,
dies.
yes.
Okay. Well, dies. Spoiler if anybody's never knew
Yes.
that he becomes Red Hood. So,
Okay, so which one's overrated now? Now that we've got that,
well, considering the fact that I remember Death in the Family because Jason Todd's Red Hood, gonna have to go with the Killing Joke.
yeah. Well, you know what's funny about that is, and like, okay, I had made the statement one time, and I got bantered and beaten down about the fact that Tim Burton really did know Batman. All right. Oh, yes, he did. You can watch Batman and you can see that he knew Tim Burton. Tim Burton read one comic book or that he really liked, and that was it. And that was The Killing Joke. And if you look at Batman, I don't think it was that long. No, it
Killing
might
Joke?
be as far The Killing Joke, though not maybe the trade, but they put different stories in there too.
I could go
But-
over and do that, but I
Because
think
there
the fly
wasn't that much shit that happened in The Killing Joke.
It's sitting over there on my shelf.
Yeah, if there was a lot of filler.
Actually, I mean, I'm not gonna get up and get it.
It says it was 48, but I'm golly, I don't know. They must be counting. So, oh well, because it had it. Oh, that's right. I forgot about his backstory. But then there you go. There you go. The backstory. The only thing. Okay, that's what I will say. The whole thing is, if I can't remember my past, I would prefer it to be multiple choice. I'll give you that. Sure,
I mean, that's every
cool.
superhero now, multiple choice.
Whatever. But what you fucking inadvertently did was you put it in people's psyche that the Joker had a backstory. That's what you did.
That's just the Joker movie. Or the Joker comic as well.
The thing about it is,
because that was
not the Joker.
Who did the Joker book? Not Jeff Loeb. Buck. You know, we can't remember anybody's fucking names.
We're horrible at this. It's all the lights.
It's all the lights. It's all the drugs too that we do before this. I'm trying to go into the alphabet to look at my thing.
Brian Azzarello.
Thank you, Brian Azzarello.
Yes.
So, which I can't remember anything else he's did, just the Joker, which actually wasn't very good. Who did the art on that?
I don't know, but I will say this: there was a series of short stories about the Joker years and years ago that had a really good